What is going on, YouTube? This is Gavin here, and with that being said, it has been quite some time since you guys have seen me face to face, and we're almost 2 months post-show now. Obviously, the dust has settled. A lot of things have happened in the past 2 months, but basically this video is just kind of, first of all, happy holidays to you guys. It's Thanksgiving today, Turkey Day. So happy holidays to you guys, the holiday season. Hopefully the videos will be picking back up on the channel very, very soon. But today is November 25th. We competed. We were on stage October 2nd. So it's almost been exactly 2 months since the show. And basically this video was just kind of, I wanted to sit down, wanted to talk to you guys about how I feel, what's been going on in the past 2 months, and where my mind currently is 2 months post-show. I would say right after the show was not a fun time. Obviously, after the show, I indulged in a bunch of stuff, like, good food that I hadn't had even before, like food that I craved on prep. I was craving shit that I never even have eaten before prep. So, I got off of prep, kind of went through a phase like a week after the show where, first of all, the night of the show, I enjoyed way more food than I should have. I enjoyed a big brownie. I enjoyed some cookies, maybe some Pop-Tarts. And then I decided it would be a good idea to go out to dinner, and I got myself a burger and fries, and I had appetizers. And the day after the show, woke up, and it looked like I was pregnant. It was not a fun time, and obviously the dust is settled. Obviously now you can't put on 20 pounds of fat in a day's time, but obviously the day after the show, me knowing that I look like shit, decided that, one more day wouldn't hurt, so I decided to go off plan for that next day, and then it kind of set me up for failure for the next few weeks to the month after the show. So after those 2 days, I kind of went through a phase where, I kind of had to feel full. Like, I don't know. I never dieted that strictly before. So when I got off the diet, it was, I don't have to diet anymore. What do I have to look good for? But obviously, with that being said, gaining a lot of water retention, gaining a lot of weight post-show. My body is kind of stabilized now, 2 months post-show. I'm kind of happy with the condition I have right now. Obviously, we're working to get better. I'm trying to lean down a little bit. So I have kind of been back in the cutting phase, just to lean down just a bit and maintain that instead of getting fat as hell on the off season and just not caring about my body. Because for those of you that don't know, if you've been on the channel for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 days, 1 second, you'll know that I'm a professional wrestler. And one thing that I think stands out about being a wrestler is your physique. And now obviously a lot of the definition in my physique has faded away. Obviously my abs aren't as defined as they were, and that kind of set me into a deep depression because, after a show, after you go through, day and day, week by week, month by month, and you see all the changes in the mirror, like when you're on prep, you'll wake up one day later and you'll see a new line that wasn't there the day before, or you'll see a new definition in the muscle that you've never seen before that you didn't even think you had. So kind of going from looking the best I've ever looked to the worst I ever looked, it was kind of hard to deal with. So I would say like a month post-show, after the show, I was really down on myself. I didn't like to look in the mirror. I didn't like what I saw, but obviously stabilizing about 2 months post-show. I'm kind of happy with the condition that we have now. Obviously, a lot of things have changed. My face has changed. My face isn't as lean as it was. My jawline's not as lean as it was. My arms aren't as lean. My legs aren't as lean. Striations in my shoulders aren't as visible anymore. But, basically, this was a learning experience, because now what I took from this show, when I compete next time, which is either going to be in March of 2023 or in October of next year in 2022, which would be a year following after the show I did. I kind of just wanted to, let the dust settle and gain some muscle mass instead of going to compete. There's actually another show that's run by the same organization in April, but instead of cutting down, doing April, going through hell again right after I just got out of it, didn't really seem like it was the most optimal. And it basically would seem like it was just kind of a waste, because I would bulk up a little bit, have like 2 months to bulk up over the holidays. And then right after the holidays, literally right after New Year's on the 2nd of January, I'd have to diet down again to be in tip-top shape for April. So prep was like, it was kind of difficult, obviously, you know, me not dieting that strictly ever before. And then, you know, obviously with the whole eating disorder that comes along with competing, and, you know, cheating on your diet and everything, that did happen. There were times on my diet when I slipped up a couple of times, had a few more calories than I shouldn't have had. And you could definitely tell, like, you know, like when you're dieting for so long, you deplete, and then you say to yourself, oh, I'm going to go out, I'm going to have a brownie, it's not going to hurt. That brownie will still be in your system. You'll look in the mirror the next day and you'll be able to tell that you went off a plan. And then about 2 weeks out from the show, 4 weeks out even from the show, the mind games start to set in. You know, you feel really great. 8 weeks, you know, the entire 8 weeks, you're seeing new lines, you're seeing new everything. And then in my personal experience, about 4 weeks out from the show, things like body dysmorphia set in. You know, I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, damn it, you know, am I shredded enough? Am I going to be ready? But looking the way I look now, obviously, I would say I'm in pretty good condition right now. But obviously not as defined, obviously not as shredded as I was at the show, obviously, because I think a lot of people don't understand that it's so unrealistic to maintain a physique like that in the long run. Like, if I looked stage shredded, bone dry shredded all year round, my life would be literal hell. I'd feel like garbage. I'd have no energy, because about 4 weeks before the show, every single workout that I did, I would get in there, I would do a set, and I'd be like, I am just not trying to be here right now. Like, it changes you as a person. And now that I'm back in the gym, I'm able to eat like a decent amount of calories and, you know, lift heavier. It feels really good. You know, it feels good having energy, and I feel like a completely different person, completely all around. But kind of like I just said, this video was just kind of me showing up. You know, I wanted to talk to you guys. It's been quite a while since, you know, I've kind of sat down. Obviously, in the trenches of prep was probably the last time you guys actually saw me. But a lot has changed then. So, yeah, you know, basically, like, I hope you guys have happy holidays. You know, we'll probably do another full day of eating here soon. What I'm eating in the off season, which pretty much is basically the same I ate on prep. I'm just eating a little bit more of what I was eating then. I'm still doing cardio. Obviously, we're not doing like freaking 2 hours of cardio a day, but we are getting cardio in. I do implement fasted cardio sometimes in the week. If I wake up early enough in the morning, I'll go to the gym, get some cardio done then, and then do some cardio post-workout. But as of recent, I've been doing cardio after my workouts, and just keeping one session in a day, because a lot of people don't understand that when you're doing like an hour and a half of cardio a day on prep, if you just stop that, your body is not going to react well to that, you know? So obviously I was told, I think the best thing to go about it, say you're doing 2 hours of cardio on prep, after prep, you know, taper down. Don't go from doing 2 hours to 30 minutes, because that's not going to work. You know, go do half of what you were doing. You were doing 2 hours, go down to an hour. Do that for a little bit. Then go down to 40 minutes. Do that for a little bit. Then go down to 30, 20, so on and so forth. So basically, towards on the off season, when you're basically in a stabilized position, you don't have to implement cardio as much. But cardio, I don't know, on prep, that's kind of just something I fell in love with. I like doing it. It makes me feel good. And that's really much all I have. Now it's just kind of turning into me like blabbing and just saying anything. But I just kind of wanted to take a little bit of time. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. Take a little bit of time out of my day to sit down and talk to you guys how I'm feeling. I'm feeling great right now. Obviously, there's a lot more things that we can change. But the goal is I wrestle again December 11th. So what do we have? Like 2.5 weeks to keep the diet going, you know, get a little bit more leaner for the wrestling aspect, just because I like looking in good condition. I like feeling confident when I take my shirt off, and straight after prep, I was not that at all. Very depressed, you know, like not seeing the lines, not seeing the muscle definition. But now I've come to terms to realize that that's not something that's going to be maintainable all year round. Some people can do it, some people can't. I mean, obviously, but I think the overall theme of this entire video is a learning experience. This prep, I learned a lot of stuff. It was trial and error, you know, not having a coach, using myself to hold myself accountable, and just keeping that going so that the next time I prep, when it gets hard, when it gets challenging, to not go and cheat on the diet, to stay on plan, and basically, you know, keep the condition that I have, but bring a better package to the stage next year, And, you know, because I can't compete in the teen category anymore. You know, it's only 16 to 19. I'm going to be 20 the next time I compete. And, yeah, so we have a lot to do. You know, we got to put on some muscle mass. We have to put on some size to step on stage, because I will be competing in classic physique the next time that I do. And obviously, one thing that I was told I need to bring up on the off season is my hamstrings. So obviously that's one thing that we need to work on. Well, I'd like to work on my ab definition a little bit more, and I would really like to build my legs as much as possible on this off season. So, like I said, you guys, I just wanted to sit down, take the time, talk to you guys about what's been going on in my life. Videos on this channel will be coming back, whether it's a workout montage, full day of eating, or a wrestling match. You guys know what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy holidays. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So Gavin is out.